Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Rob.
And this is Ask Rob and Rob.
Yes, welcome to Ask Rob and Rob. You know where you are with this show. Couple of questions, couple of answers. Everyone goes away a little bit wiser. Today we've got a cracking couple of questions in from Abby and Bryony, so we'll listen to those in just a minute. But first, a quick recap of how you can send in a question of your own.
Yes, it's completely changed. No, it hasn't. It's the same as every week. You can call in via 013 808 0035, or you can go to thepropertyhub.net/ask. However you do it, it's super simple, and that's exactly what Abby has done.
Hi Rob and Rob, my name's Abby from Bedfordshire. Just wanted to start by saying a huge thank you for all of the free info that you give out on a weekly basis. It's been amazing to work my way through all the podcasts and the free training that you do. So I'm in the process of buying my first property to flip, but my question revolves around deal sourcing. Whilst the purchase of my property is going through, I thought I'd carry on doing viewings and sourcing deals for a few reasons, really. One, in case that my purchase falls through, so I've got something to fall back on. Two, so that I sort of keep up with the market so that when I come to buy my next property, I'm still in the loop with everything that's going on. And three, I thought that if I find any deals in the meantime, I could sort of sell them on to make myself a bit of money in the meantime. My question really is, do you have to be regulated to sell deals? And how do you make sure that when you're giving investors information about the deals that you've got, that they can't go away and sort of go direct to the vendor or to the estate agent themselves?
Yes, thank you, Abby. Great couple of questions there. Firstly, for sourcing, you need to be registered with a couple of different bodies. So you need to be registered with the Information Commissioner's Office, the ICO, and you also need to be regulated by one of the Ombudsman schemes. So it's probably going to cost you a couple £100 to get signed up with both of those because you're effectively being an estate agent. So that gives the people you deal with some redress against you if you mess them around, which of course you wouldn't. You're more worried about getting messed around by them. And I think that's a thought that goes through everyone's head. How do you stop people going around you and avoiding paying your fee by just going direct? And there's a couple of little things that you can do. So first of all, you're not going to keep the location of the property a secret because you can't, of course, but you're not going to make it easy. So you're not going to give away contact details. You're not necessarily going to put the door number until later in the process in someone serious. So you're at least not going to make it simple for someone to cut you out. The other thing that you can do is have an agreement with the people you're sourcing for that's basically a non-circumvent agreement. So it'll basically say anything that I introduce you to, even if you end up dealing with them directly, I'll still get paid. In reality, if they break that agreement, are you going to go to court and try to sue them? Probably not. It's not going to be worth your while. But a combination of those two things should give most people the idea that you know what you're doing, you're serious, and you're not going to be messed around. Will you occasionally suffer from people trying to negotiate down on your fees, cut you out completely, pull out at the last minute? Yeah, of course you will. It goes with the territory. But if you set yourself up professionally to start with and you do those things I talked about, that should happen only a very small minority of the time, and you should have plenty of good experiences to balance them out.
Thanks, Abby. Next up, we've got Bryony.
Oh, hi Rob and Rob. This is Bryony from Hinckley. Firstly, thank you for all your hard work and dedication to fellow property investors. I'm nearly up to date with your podcast, and the advice has been valuable so far. In the spirit of sharing our experiences and having recently signed up to RMP Properties, Rob prompted me to share my current dilemma, so be kind, please. I moved into property full-time last summer. I've been working on my first flip and my first investment that needs to pay me an actual wage. I'd given myself a generous 6 months to complete the project, but it's realistically going to be more like 8 or 9. Apart from the skilled work, like electrics, plumbing and an extension, I've carried out pretty much all the other work myself and continue to do so. However, the project is dragging. Although the point of me doing the majority of the work is to maximise profits, this strategy has ultimately slowed the project down. Should I sacrifice a proportion of the potential profit and employ professionals to finish the job so I can get the house on the market sooner and therefore being free to move on to the next? I should also add that we are already looking to add to our buy-to-let portfolio and need to demonstrate an income in my newly self-employed status to have any chance of securing a mortgage deal. Many thanks for your time, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts.
Great question, and thank you for sharing, because when you ask your questions, not only you benefit, but everyone learns too. Well, hopefully, that's the idea. I really like this question, but ultimately, it comes down to valuing your time or opportunity cost, and they both pretty much lead you to the same place here. So let's look at the opportunity cost. Your project was meant to finish after 6 months. It's running on for 9. You could save some money by carrying on and doing it yourself, absolutely. And let's say, you could save a few £1,000s even, a significant sum of money. And there may be many people listening going, well, a few £1,000s is not to be sniffed at, so therefore, no-brainer, carry on doing the work. And I can understand why you would have that point of view. However, what's that going to cost you for doing it that way? Because you may save money, but it may end up costing you more. What would happen, for example, instead of using those 3 months to work, those extra 3 months working in the project, you spent them finding and sourcing and even completing on your next deal. And you've also mentioned your need to show income for mortgages. That delay that you now have for building your property portfolio, what's that going to cost you? I would suggest either of those things would cost you a lot more, and combined means that, for me, it's a no-brainer. You should try and finish this site up as soon as you reasonably can. If that means bringing in some extra people to help you finish off the project, then so be it. Because if you are doing this full-time now and this is your business, you need to be looking at the next project, and right now you probably haven't got the time to be doing that. So this is a great lesson for anybody doing refurbs or any type of work in property or in life in general. If you're doing the work, you may be saving some money, but what's the cost of you doing that? Look at it from a different way. You may find that what you're doing is the right thing to do, but just assess it from a different lens and you may make a different decision.
All right, big thank you to Abby and Bryony for those questions. If you've got a question of your own, just go over to thepropertyhub.net/ask. You will benefit and everyone else will as well. That's us done for today. We'll be back on Thursday with the Property Podcast, so we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.